Hey everyone, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. Welcome to Open BxRx. Coming up on today's show, we'll hear from a wealth building coach of an organization that is committed to helping others build generational wealth. Then we'll shine a spotlight on a professional music group that will be putting on a 15th annual Black History Month concert. And the executive director, the principal violinist, she'll keep us plugged in on everything that they've got coming up. After that, we'll hear from a singer and songwriter from the west side of Chicago. West side, west side. Going to be speaking about how she's overcome the odds to rise up in the music industry. Then finally, we'll speak to an owner and operator of 12 McDonald's restaurants in New Jersey, who's providing a powerful resource for Hispanic students in the Bronx with college aspirations. So tune in, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. We've got you covered. We are wide open. Here we go now. Here we go now. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is the wealth building coach for Journey to Wealth. And she's here to provide insight on her own journey into wealth building and to promote her 5-day online wealth building boot camp for women. So please welcome to the show, Alicia Holmes. Alicia, welcome.
Welcome, Dr. Bob Lee. I'm happy to be here. And this is a great time to be talking about investing and finance and everything that's happening in the world right now.
Now, this is for BIPOC women. Explain that.
Black, Indigenous, and people of color. That's a term that I think really and truly captures the women who find ourselves the most disenfranchised. And if you look at the statistics in terms of wealth, and I'm talking about, I always talk about net worth. And net worth is when you take everything you own, you subtract everything you owe, and that bottom line is your net worth. And that's where wealth is. If you're not paying attention to your net worth, I don't care how much your income is going up, how much money you're making, tracking your net worth. So the net worth for BIPOC women, I think the recent statistic had Black and Latinx women, Latina women at net worth at around $100. There's a study anywhere from $100 to $1,100, whereas for white women it's like $41,000.
Yeah.
And that's only.
Yeah. Well, Alicia, how did you want to get involved in something like this? Did something happen to you in life when you said, hey, you know what? Where's my money going? I want to find out more about my money. Because it has to be you first before you can begin to stop and take a look and help somebody else.
Yeah. So I was fortunate. When I was just 19 years old, I was at an alumni event, truly party on campus. And I had someone kind of jokingly on the dance floor with an alumni said, oh, do you want to be rich or you want to be wealthy? And
so you guys were just dancing along and you got into it.
We got into it. I must have said I wanted to be rich with, some kids talking. Yeah. And I said, what's the difference? And he said, if you're rich, you have money. If you're wealthy, you'll have time. And so I was introduced to the concept of not having to exchange your time for income and having money work for you. And that's where it all started.
That's where it all started. With everything, there has to be a foundation. That's where it all started on the dance floor. Are you still in touch with that person?
I am not, dating myself. That was like 30 years ago.
All right.
But 2 years out of college, all of that information that was given to me, I literally I started going to auctions and buying, real estate and making sure I was investing in index funds and keeping my expenses low and living below my means. And, in my early 30s, I built a significant portfolio. And in my early 40s, I was just completely financially independent.
Yeah.
Not having to exchange my time for income. And so this is what I teach.
How does that look when people are making maybe this much, but they're spending this much? What is that called? Of course, you have
That's
to get it
called,
like this, where you're
yes,
making this
that's
much
called,
and you're spending this much.
yes, that's called cycling downwards. That's what I say. You're in a downward spiral.
You're
I
living
was
above
working
your
for
means.
living above your mean. I was working for a nonprofit, making like a third to 25% of a lot of what my friends were making at the college because I really wanted to work in the nonprofit sector.
Yeah.
But with the right information, is specialized knowledge, I was literally able to go to auctions, buy property, and build a multi-million-dollar portfolio by the time I was in my early 30s.
Yeah. And with your knowledge, you're able to save more than somebody making way more than you.
So the reason I was able to do that is because I kept living below my means and directing my resources to investing. So my first property, I was just taking as much money as I can investing, and I had a certain amount of money, and I was able to go to an auction with just a $12,000 cashier check and buy a luxury condo. And yeah, and it was because I was being masterful at managing my money and living below my means and directing everything that I could towards investing. And this is what I teach. It really, and my story is, it's not about what you make, it's about what you do, what you make, and the information that you have.
What is your role with Journey to Wealth? And how did well, it started from that journey on the dance floor all the way to now, right?
Yes. So after I was financially independent, I've always been about women empowerment. And I'm like, what do I want to do? And I said, I want to teach women what I learned, particularly women of color, because I understand a lot of the struggles that we have very specifically that don't look like anyone else's struggle. And so Journey to Wealth, I founded it as an educational organization to really teach women the tactics around what you should do with your money and why and how, and also the mindset, and then the healing that we need to do around, really and truly, around our relationship with money. So it's very holistic what I do.
Yeah. And this also creates generational wealth, and a lot of people, they say, well, you know what, I'm just making the money that I'm making, and then once I use it, that is it. And I hear some very, very rich people saying that too. I'm not leaving my kids anything. I'm going to spend all my money and let them kids work for it. I heard Steve Harvey say something like that.
I call that the rich people, not the wealthy people, the rich people.
Yeah. Yeah. So talk a little bit about generational wealth and how we should conduct ourselves in order to build that generational wealth.
Last year, I had a number of attorneys who specialize in building generational wealth and having people set up trust, because we think that trusts are only for the wealthy, but no. If you own property, if you have accounts, what you want to do is you want to put that money into trust and set up the guidelines so it can last our families for generations to come. And it went beyond having a will. And so these are conversations that we are not in enough and we don't understand enough about. So I had two incredible women, trust attorneys. That's all they did. They've been in the business for 30 years, have some powerful conversations. I have a community, I think about 150 women now, who subscribe membership in the community. And they came and spoke, and it just was so enlightening, eye-opening, things you don't know that you shouldn't do and things that you should do if you really want to preserve generational wealth. So that was a real, last year, a huge focus was on thinking about generational wealth and trust and wills and estate planning and insurance, all of those things.
So let us get ready. Let me pack my bags, and we're going to get ready to go to this boot camp. Tell me about this 5-day boot camp.
Okay, so I'm having a free 5-day challenge. I have a lineup of some incredible women. And the first 3 days are about what I call fertile ground. So the first day I have two amazing women speaking on dreaming big, and manifestation. The second day, I have two amazing women speaking on self-care. The third day, I have two amazing women speaking on community, tribe, and women supporting ourselves. The fourth day is an incredible conversation about the fifth industrial revolution, what's happening now in the world, and why, as women, we need to invest in it and we need to build and shape it. And then the fifth day, I talk about accelerating wealth building. I have a venture capitalist. I have another person coming in talking powerfully about the things you can do to invest.
Yeah.
In art and theater and places we never see ourselves investing in.
Yeah.
And so that's a 5-day free challenge. It's February 20th, and I'll be promoting it on February 1st. And I have my flow code, but I have my boot camp. My roadmap is a 4 to 6 week program. You got to be ready.
Got to be ready
To unravel, heal your relationship with money, work on your net worth, create a dream-based budget, understand your investments, and then do a portfolio analysis where you're doing that.
Yeah.
Like from soup to nuts, it's life-changing.
Everything.
Life-changing.
Now, is this going to be zoomed out, or where's it going to be? Is it the physical brick and mortar location?
Zoom. It's all online.
Okay, we got to make sure we get that so we can check that out. Yes, yes. What tips would you give to somebody looking to? They don't know. They're going to start a bank account. They want to start off from the bottom, so they can say, "Started from the bottom. Now we're here," like you.
So the biggest tip, a lot of times when we don't have financial information, particularly as women and women of color, we go into what we think is the safest investments, like putting our money in a guarantee account in our retirement account or a CD in the bank. And I just implore everyone, understand index funds that follow the market, and you can invest in the market and how the market grows over time. And so 90% of the women, when I have them look at their retirement portfolios, if they had just been in index funds instead of some of the low performing funds or guarantee funds, they literally would 7 or 8x their retirement accounts. And I've had women do that, make a change and like 2, 3, 7x their accounts just by understanding what an index fund is. So I can't go into it a lot now, but please do your research. Look it up.
Look up index funds.
Yes. And
I know we started out by talking about going to auctions. Do you still do that?
No, but I plan on, I have a feeling in this market downturn, there are going to be incredible opportunities that only come, like this is the time when you make financial decisions that build generational wealth.
Yeah.
And so I have a dear friend and mentor who's in his late 70s, who's a powerful real estate investor. And we're meeting every Friday, and I'm getting a download about playing powerfully as a real estate investor.
Beautiful. Okay. So where do we go next? I want to make some money. I want to watch you help others make money too.
So I would say, go to my flow code. All of my information is there. The boot camp, how you sign up for the boot camp, how you sign up to get more information about Journey to Wealth and everything I'm doing. When you sign up, you get a free debt elimination ebook that I created. I've helped hundreds of women get out of debt. I also started a organization called Disruptor DAO. It's a Web3 cooperative economics, the new way that we'll be organizing ourselves in the future, where we're talking about disrupting the wealth gap in the fifth industrial revolution.
Yeah, I like
and having that. Having women, we partnered with the organization actually to offer a free 6-week blockchain course where you learn about blockchain, Web3, NFTs, everything. And we're in the middle of it now, but we have another one coming up, I believe, in the end of March. And so we're like committed to having women be empowered in the fifth industrial revolution.
And I know, I'm going to wrap. They're wrapping me right now. But I know that people coming out of the holidays with the heavy credit cards, heavy credit card debt, that's probably one of the first things you want to start working on. But can you post some of that stuff up on your website? What website are you working
I'm
with?
at journey-to-wealth.com.
Mm-hmm. Journey2wealth.net also, right? They can visit that.
Yeah, journey-to-wealth.net. That's my old site. I'm actually taking that down. But yeah, you can go to journey-to-wealth.net also. But really, you want to go to my flow code, because every single thing that I'm doing, you can access my Twitter, my Instagram, Disruptor DAO's Twitter. Please join. So all of the different, it makes it very easy to go to find me and Disruptor DAO and Journey to Wealth and my boot camp.
Thank you so much for teaching us. Alicia Holmes, wealth building coach, Journey to Wealth. Watch out. You want to take this journey? She can get you there. She can get God gave you 2 feet. Put one foot in front of the other and step to what you need to do. If you want to make some money, you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, you want to be comfortable, Alicia Holmes will show you how. Alicia, thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you. All right. It's always a pleasure.
Good. Okay. We'll take a quick break. I've got more open coming your way next.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Sorry for a song. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kitchen now.
And welcome back. Our next guests are the executive director and principal violinist of the Harlem Chamber Players. And he joined us to speak about the professional music group, provide a spotlight on their musicians, and promote their upcoming Black History Month concert, and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Liz Player and Ashley Horne. How are you? Welcome.
Doing great.
Hi, thank you very much for having us.
Nice to see you guys.
Absolutely.
Now, are we talking about the Uptown Harlem Chamber of Commerce?
No, we're not.
The Harlem Chamber.
Group. Yeah, this is the Harlem Chamber Players, which is a classical music group.
Yeah. Are you associated with them, though, in any way?
No, we're not. We definitely know who they are and have a good relationship with them, but we're very different.
Yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you got started in this music business.
I'm a clarinetist, and I've been playing the clarinet for many years. And I've always loved chamber music more than anything else. So I started the group in 2008 with some of my friends, just like Ashley Horne, who is here, a violinist, and some other players. And we started in a little church in Harlem. And we grew from there.
Yeah. And Ashley?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you get into it?
Well, I mean, just the Harlem Chamber Players, I think Liz said it best. I've been playing the violin for quite some time. And I basically went to Juilliard, came to New York, and stayed.
Yeah. No, I mentioned the Harlem, the Uptown Chamber of Commerce because they do so many wonderful things. Lloyd Williams and the crew uptown. So I thought you were working with him because they do a lot of Black History Month programs, and I thought you would be right in there involved in that whole thing. But I'm glad you guys are out there and educating people and creating the awareness that you guys are here to let them know that you're playing and that that you're giving them some great music. Are you playing anywhere next where we can come and see and check it out?
We have numerous concerts happening in February, of course, for a Black History Month concert.
Yeah.
But the one that's drawing the most attention is our 15th annual Black History Month celebration, which takes place on February 15th at 6:30 p.m. It is a free concert that's open to the public and will take place at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture.
See, you're right up there. That's right in the same area. Yeah. That's the 15th.
That's correct.
February 15th.
I'm sorry, February 16th.
It's the 16th. I think I see the 15th on that flyer. Put the flyer back up there for a hot second. Yeah, that says the 15th.
Yes, that's why.
The 16th.
Oh, the 15th annual. It's on the 16th. Yes. Okay, you're right.
Annual Black History Month concert. That's why I got mixed up myself, but it's on February 16th.
Got it. At the Schomburg Center at 6:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
We'll try to get on up there and take a look because I would love to see you guys in action.
Oh, I hope you can make it. It should be an exciting concert. It will be a very varied program.
Yeah. How many guys are playing with you?
There are 9 performers altogether, including Terrence McKnight of WQXR, who is the host, avant-garde, jazz virtuoso, pianist composer Arwan Ortiz, the renowned jazz clarinetist Don Byron, of course, Ashley Horne here with the Harlem Chamber Players Quartet.
Yeah.
And we also have a flutist, percussionist, and joining us as well.
All right. Beautiful.
Very exciting concert.
Yeah. What can people expect at the 15th annual celebration on the 16th of February at the Schomburg?
I think that the people can expect to be amazed. I think that the people can expect to have a varied musical experience. I think that that's probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah. And why is this event so important to the Harlem Chamber Players?
Well, one of our missions is to promote diversity in classical music, and that's through our multi-ethnic collective of musicians. Black and brown people are so underrepresented in the classical music arena, and we have Black musicians, brown musicians, Asian people of all backgrounds. And also we are also presenting composers of color that also need to be heard in the classical music arena. This program itself is varied. We're starting off with a little bit of jazz. Then we have a world premiere that's commissioned by the Harlem Chamber Players by Arwan Ortiz. That's going to be very avant-garde, experimental. And then we're going to go back to romantic classical music, ending with the Samuel Coleridge Taylor Clarinet Quintet by the African-British composer Samuel Coleridge Taylor. So you get a variety of classical music and a little bit of jazz as well.
Oh, I'm loving it. All right, now, wait a minute. Where can we get tickets?
Tickets are on Eventbrite. If you go on our website, www.harlemchamberplayers.org, you'll find a link directly to the Schomburg Eventbrite site. Registration is required, so I advise you to RSVP soon because these concerts tend to be at capacity. The tickets go quickly because it's free.
Ashley, do you have a tambourine that I can mess with?
No. I'm a violinist, and happily so. I enjoy the tambourine. I think it's a fantastic instrument, but that's not what I do.
No, I was wondering if I can, come down and maybe join you guys.
You can do whatever you would. I just want. You can bring your tambourine. You can bring your whatever floats your boat.
There you go.
We just want everybody to enjoy the diaspora.
Yeah.
Of composers that we have, and the varying performers. Everybody's spectacular. Everyone is spectacular.
Yeah. And you know how important, in light of Black History Month, you know how important the drums are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit, because
well, I mean, African drumming, that is basically, I think, the biggest thing that Black people have brought from Africa, and even during so we would use drums to communicate, to tell messages, to speak to the next village. And then when we got over to the United States, we brought that tradition with us and did the same thing, communicated, and it's become part and parcel of the music of the United States. We use drums. I mean, the drums in rock and roll, the drums in jazz, the drums in everything. We have really made the drums very, very important in American society, not just in jazz and in rock and roll and all of those other things. It's endemic in our society right now.
That's right. And I heard it is a form of communication. And in the early days in America, the drums were not wanted because it was a form of communication, and you were able to use the drums to tell people other things. So, and that's when I think we switched off into spirituals.
That's
Wade
correct.
in the water.
That's it. Well, it. That's that particular piece. It's funny that you put that there. Is that in the Celest string quartet? That is one of the major spirituals that we use in the Celest quartet.
Yeah.
So that I should say Frederick Tillis used in his string quartet.
Right.
So Wade in the Water is very, 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 very much close to our experience.
Yeah, and there was a big message in that too. If you couldn't communicate with the drums, you use spirituals.
That's correct.
And if you're going to wade in the water, it was telling people, hey, if you want to run away, to freedom, wade in the water because the hound dogs can't sniff you out.
That's correct. And bring a reed so you can breathe and do whatever you need to do in order to survive.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing what you're doing, and we hope that we can come down and sit back, kick off our shoes and relax our feet and just watch you guys perform instead of being the one on stage trying to, entertain everybody all the time.
I can guarantee personally that everybody will find something fantastic and magical with the program that we are presenting. And matter of fact, and this goes for every program that we do in the Harlem Chamber Players, we always try to be as inclusive as we can possibly be, not only with the membership of not only the musicians, but also the composers. And we want to hear from everybody. We just love modern music. We love the old standards, the old canon, Bach, Brahms. But we also like Jesse Montgomery, who's fantastic. We also Samuel Coleridge Taylor, who's not with us, but every much so much music that he's written, really people don't know about. We like Florence Price, another fantastic female composer who happens to be Black. And matter of fact, I'd like to put a plug in this. We probably have more
We got 10
string
seconds.
quartets. Okay, we probably have more music for women's composers than probably most any other group.
Liz, where can we get all this information? Do you have a website, social media?
Absolutely. www.harlemchamberplayers.org. We're also on Instagram at Harlem Players, Harlem Chamber Players on Facebook. You can also find us on Twitter.
Thank you so much. Liz Play, Executive Director and Clarinetist and Harlem Players, and Ashley Horne, Principal Violinist, the Harlem Chamber Players. We thank you guys so much for joining us, and you're always welcome back. In fact, we're going to open up the studios where you can come back and play live, okay?
Love to.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Thank you for having us.
Love to.
Thank you so much. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got more on the way coming up next on Open. You can now watch MNN, Brick TV, QPTV, and SIC TV on BronxNet. Tune in to BX Omni, Channel 67 Optimum, 2133 Fios during most Sunday evenings. We'll show you some amazing content from our friends at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, Brick TV in Brooklyn, Queens Public Television, and Staten Island Community Television. Every borough represented in the Boogie Down. Epic partnerships for the ages. And catch our new Next channel, produced in partnership with MNN, 24/7 on BronxNet Channel 952 Optimum and 2138 Fios. And welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. Our next guest is a Chicago native. Chicago, Chi-Town, or Chilltown. And she's a singer, songwriter, and an author, and she's here to speak about how her music career got started, highlight her book, The Ugly Truth Behind a Pretty Face, and give us some behind the scenes on what's happening in the music with her music projects and a whole lot more. So please welcome to the show, Thiana Chester. Thiana, welcome.
Hi.
You know you live in a cold town, but you're warming up a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
I have a lot of cousins out there.
Oh, it's the winters are brutal.
Yeah, they got a lot of names for the Windy City. You know, I know people back in the day. I think my father or grandfather was telling me they used to put newspapers under their shirts just to break the wind, to try to do something.
Oh, wow.
Got to do what you got to do back. Yeah. Well, they probably don't do it now. But I guess you got to do what you got to do to keep warm, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us about this wonderful career that you happened upon, or you didn't happen upon. You said, hey, you know what? This is what I want to do, and I want to do all I can to make it happen. How did it start for you?
That's how the book starts out. My mom said I had been singing since I was like 2 years old. I remember being maybe like 3 or 4, and I prayed to God, and I asked him for another gift because even at a young age, I was always hearing, she's pretty, she's pretty, she's pretty.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that to be the only thing that I had.
You know, so God is good. You're pretty and you got a voice.
Yeah, so I saw Whitney Houston on TV, and I'm like, that's what I want to do. I want to sing. Can I get the gift of song? And I got it.
So what are some of the steps that you started doing to get you where you needed to go?
Just, talent shows and the assemblies and, elementary school. And, just singing with friends, listening to different artists and stuff like that, and just practicing every day.
Yeah. And who are some of those artists that you said, you know what, I can do that. I may be even sound a little bit better than that. Who are some of those artists?
Whitney Houston was the ultimate for me. I don't know if I can get much better than that, but she's at the top for me. And I love Brandy, Monica, just seeing them, come up. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I feel like I could do that. When I saw those two, when I saw Whitney Houston, I was just in admiration. When I saw Brandy and Monica, I'm like, okay, it's probably something I could do.
Yeah, I love Whitney. I miss her too. She was a good friend. She was a good friend. I met her on a number of occasions. So you're an author also. Tell us about the book.
I was kind of nervous at first, and then I was like, I want to write a book because I've, experienced some things in life. And then I prayed about it, and then the title came to me just based off, certain things, just going through puberty and everything like that. You're in high school and, sometimes people bully or, kids just make jokes and stuff like that. And they're not nice all the time. And the title came to me, The Ugly Truth Behind a Pretty Face, because it was like everybody just thought I was pretty. I never had a struggle or went through anything. And I'm like, that's far from the truth. So,
and they always tell us, they say, you have a face for radio, and that says so.
Oh, wow.
But this is good, the ugly truth behind a pretty face.
Yes.
So how did that come to you, though?
I was just thinking about different things that happen in life, just having, dating, having boyfriends at the time. And, I really love hair, makeup, and music. Those are like my 3 things in writing. But it was just like, oh, you're not over there just playing in makeup and hair. I'm sure, this and that or whatever. And it's like, no, I'm practicing. I'm honing my dreams, my craft, And, it was just always an issue with the way that I look with someone. So that's how I came up with the title. And it was like, everybody thinks it's, golden all of the time, but it's not,
Yeah.
I'm a human being, and truth to that.
Yeah, and it takes a lot. How's your support system? Mom, family, people working with you in the business?
My mom, she passed away March 24th will be 1 year.
Oh, sorry to hear that. My condolences to you and the family.
Yeah, we just celebrated her birthday on the 27th of January.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Sorry, but she's still with you. She's still there. She's still there.
She is.
Sometimes I talk on stage and I say some things. Oh, that's my father. Oh, shucks. Yes. Okay, here we go.
Absolutely.
So they're always with you every step of the way.
Yeah.
So, but some of the support system that you have right now, you have a producer, or you're not working this by yourself?
No, just been reaching out to different people, and I took some time off, with my mom, just dealing with different things, and everybody's supportive. They want to see me win, and it was like, every time I meet people and I sing for them in person, they're like blown away, like, oh my God, you have such a big voice, So they're rooting for me.
All right, Thiana. Okay, now. You ready? You ready? You ready?
Ready? I'm always ready.
You gonna touch us with something?
Sure.
Touch us with a little piece.
Okay, I'm gonna sing Etta James at last.
Okay, cool.
All right. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over. And life is like a song. Oh, at last.
Shoot. Sign her up. Wait, where's the pen? Put the pen to the paper. Bam. Here, just sign right here. Sign right here.
It was crazy. I had a listening, party for a song that I had previously. And radio station WGCI, they was there.
Oh yeah.
And one of the reps was like, "Where's the artist?
Yeah.
Where's the artist?" And I was like, "I'm right here." She was like, "I'm sorry, but I thought you were more mature or bigger, or I just didn't expect this tiny person with this big voice."
So I am bigger. Listen to my voice again.
Yeah.
That's good. So where do you want to go? Where do you want to take this?
I really don't want to box myself in. I would say I definitely have a soulful voice, but I like pop. I wrote pop songs. I like R&B. I like hip hop. So I just want to trust the creative process and just be authentic as I can, with creating. I think it's a feeling. Music is a feeling. When you think about it too much, that's when you go left.
Yeah. So it seems like you know where you want to go, but make sure you get the good people, the best people around you to take you where you need to go. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
I will.
And you're always welcome to come back on BronxNet and just display your talents.
Thank you.
Are you performing anywhere soon that we can come and check you out?
Not no time soon, but I got a birthday coming up on Valentine's Day, so I have a couple photos.
Valentine's, baby. So maybe you should Zoom something where we all can jump in and check it out. Have a Zoom party.
I'm not sure if I'm going to have a party, but I'm going to have I have a photo shoot set up for the 5th, and the pictures that I take from that I'm going to release to sell as posters.
Yeah.
So maybe I can get some behind the scenes footage, from the photo shoot.
So you got some merch. Look at you. All right, so wait a minute. You want to give some people a shout out that work with you, that help you out?
Yes. I want to shout out the photographer that I'm working with, Royal Divas Magazine. I want to shout out my partner, boyfriend. He's a barber and he's a creative person, so he has his own line called Live Ridiculous Cuts.
Yeah.
I want to shout out my friends that support me, Tony, Alice, everybody, you know who you are. As far as like styling, hair, makeup, and all that, I do that all myself. So beautiful. I'm pretty much my own creative team at this point.
Yeah. The Bullion Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra DaCosta?
Yes. So Sandra and Ray, I would like to shout them out. They have been following me sometime on Instagram. And, they reached out to me and was, they thought my talent was amazing and they wanted to work with me. So.
Beautiful. Well,
we made it here and we're, progressing.
Well, you're in good hands from Chicago to New York. Here we go. And around the world. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. You have websites, social media? Let me know.
My social media is Miss Thiana. I'm on Instagram. And Facebook is Thiana Chester. Same thing with Twitter, Miss Thiana. I'm trying to figure out TikTok still.
You think you're still on there?
I'm trying to figure it out.
I got you.
I'm new
no
to
problem.
TikTok,
No worries.
Yeah. I've been doing a little bit of research about it.
We'll check it. We'll check all of that out and give Sandra DaCosta and everybody from the Bullion Foundation a big hug and a kiss and thank yous. They do great work.
Having me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome. Give me the website one more time.
I don't have a website for the music yet.
What's the social media again?
Social media is Miss Thiana, MSTHIANA.
Got it. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Thiana. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thiana Chester, singer, songwriter, and author. Look at, an author. The ugly truth behind a pretty face. Beautiful. Good luck with everything, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. And I'm going to see your boyfriend and see if I can get a haircut. Maybe give me the serious hookup. All right. We'll take a quick break. I've got more open coming up next, right here.
Found my heart out there in the open. Trees make you feel small. Can't help but get lost again.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
Fostering a pet for a friend or neighbor can keep families together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
And welcome back. You know, our last guest is an owner and operator of McDonald's. And she joins us to speak about how college-bound Hispanic students can benefit from McDonald's HACER National Scholarship Opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity. You hear about it all the time, but they have it right there at McDonald's. So please welcome to the show, Celest Quintana. Celeste, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having us this morning.
Yes. Now, I off mic, I was letting you know that I think I've met you somewhere at one of the McDonald's openings, a grand opening. It could have been the one in Irvington, New Jersey.
I think you are correct, and you have a great memory. Great memory.
Well, thank you so much. So tell us about the wonderful things that you're doing. You came to this country. You got into, you were into dentistry first. Is that right? Yeah. And then you said, you know what? Correct. I want to own something. So you opened up a store with your friends or some family members. And then from there, no looking back, because you said, you know what? Let me open up my first McDonald's, and you went from there. Tell us how that all started for you.
So this is an amazing story. So it's the country of opportunity that we all come from. My parents came from Spain. I'm one of eight. I came when I was 10. And then I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew that I had it in my blood to just be my own boss. Mm-hmm. And I did work for dentists. Then I opened up a clothing store. I loved it. It was a difficult business. And then I had a friend that opened the doors for me for McDonald's. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me, my family, because now I have a family-owned business with my daughter and my two sons. So it's just amazing. There's my daughter. She's amazing. She's beautiful. Amazing.
And you don't only have one McDonald's, you have about 12 of them, right?
We have 10 at this moment. We have 10 McDonald's. Yes.
Oh, I'm speaking two more into existence. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know.
You can think that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know. We'll come down and be a part of it.
I like that number 12.
Yeah. Well, 12 disciples. 12 is a big number.
12 is a good number, and I like even numbers. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. So, you have this HACER scholarship opportunity. Tell us about that.
So the HACER scholarship, it's such an amazing thing that started in 1985 by a bunch of McDonald's operators that saw that there was such a need in the community for our Hispanic children that were lacking funds, were lacking to go on to college. And usually they were the first ones to go into the first in their family to start going to college. And so then this scholarship was started in 1985 by a bunch of McDonald's amazing entrepreneur, McDonald's owner-operators.
What inspired that name?
HACER in Spanish means to do. So HACER, when you want to. So there was so much need, and there was such a gap and a void with our Hispanic children, sending them to school and then making sure that they stayed in school, because usually they would start school and then the funds were not there, and then they would drop out. So it was just what a waste of talent. So then that's when these amazing men and women stepped in, and I said to do.
HACER, I have it spelled in English here, so I was like, okay, here we go. But that's great, to do, and your organization is doing. You're giving back to the community. What better way to give back than through education? It's a wonderful thing in helping in the edification of young minds. And we appreciate you and we applaud you for it too, Celeste.
Thank you. Well, McDonald's and HACER scholarships, our motto is to be in these communities and to give back. That's our duty. That's what we have to do. And that's what Ray Kroc always intended for each and every one of us to do business in these communities that are so welcome to us, and then give back with elevating children to school. What a great equalizer. Education is the greatest equalizer in the world.
And I always tell people, I said, you know what? People want to do things at these different schools. I said, go to the local businesses in the area. You know, kids get out of school and they buy from them all the time. The local pizza shops, the McDonald's, you know, all of those. Go there and ask them if they can help, even if they, you know, they sponsor something, or maybe send water to the organization if you're having something outdoors. Do something, give back to the community, because I tell you, it's a circle of love, and you get by giving. And we love you for doing the things that you're doing in the community.
Absolutely. And we've given we've given over $33 million. And every year we give $500,000 to 30 students. That's just an amazing number.
It is amazing.
And it's amazing. And
That's
last year we have two students, Ricky Pagao and Jonathan Murguida. Ricky is from Dover, and Jonathan is from Howard Beach, New York, and they are our recipients for our scholarships. What a wonderful thing! What a wonderful thing to give back to the community.
It is. It's beautiful. Now, who's eligible for the HACER National Scholarship?
Any student that's a senior in high school. They have to be 21 years of age or under. They have to be here legally. They have to maintain a 2.8 GPA, and they have to be also have that tendency to give back to the community, do things in the community, and then they have to have at least one parent of a Hispanic heritage. But they should just go to the McDonald's.com and go to the HACER Scholarship Hispanic spot, and then they will get all the information in English and in Spanish, so that they can help themselves.
And the application is right there. When is it due? Is there a deadline for that?
There's a deadline of February 6th. And then there's a committee that selects these children depending on their GPA, depending on their financial need. And then they're selected by May and June. We have our children selected already, but it's a lot of money. It's $500,000 a year, and we've given $33 million to this scholarship fund. What a pleasure! It's our pleasure.
And if you missed it this year, you do it every year, right?
Well, it's for seniors. So if you missed it this year, you cannot apply, because you have to be a senior in high school, so that you're entering the following September, whether you go to a 2-year college or a 4-year college, or even a trade school. They can, because right now we don't have enough people going into trade schools. What a wonderful thing.
Yeah, they're getting back into that. You know, the people are saying, hey, you know what? If you don't want to stick it out in college, you can go to a trade school and learn graphic arts and communications and plumbing and electronics and all of that stuff. And I think I was at a location where they were doing high tech. You know, I guess that's under vocational now also. You know?
Absolutely, and they will qualify for that also.
Yeah.
So the opportunities in this amazing country that we live in.
Yeah, people are making a lot of money just doing that, and you're giving them that jump start. You know, you're a catalyst to a lot of the things that people are doing in our community.
Right.
And
it's always giving a hand out, a hand up, not a handout.
Exactly. Now, applicants can go to the website again. What are the requirements for that?
The requirements are that they have to be a senior in high school, under 20 years of age. They have to be here legally, and they have to have at least a 2.8 GPA, and they can just apply and go to the McDonald's.com and go to the HACER Scholarship for Hispanic students.
Right. You know what? I know there's a lot of McDonald's that you operate, but you want to give some shout outs to some of the managers there, or
oh my God, we have all of our people, not the managers, all of the working people, all of them, William and Claudia and Tanya and Veronica and my daughter, Jessica, that's the love of my life, and Nelson and Joey and Dana and my children. I have 5 children that I just love and 6 grandchildren. That's the reason why I want to live every day.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love your spirit. I love what you do. I got to come out and visit you.
please, we would love to put you in the kitchen and make you make a couple of videos.
Give me a spatula and see what I can do.
No pressure.
We'll make it happen. Can I have a box of French fries on the side while I'm doing it?
Oh, we can give you all the fries because McDonald's fries are the best in the world. Nobody can compete with us on our food and on our drinks. Nobody. We're the best.
What are some of the locations? You want to give the locations where you are?
We do. We have some businesses in Jersey City. We have Irvington. We have East Orange. We go as far as Parsippany. We have a couple of them in Newark. We love being in these communities. The people in these communities are amazing people. I love each and every one of our customers. And my daughter Jessica does such amazing. Maybe you could follow her on her Instagram. She gives back to the community. That's her strength and the love that we have for the people. Our people are amazing. Behind the counter and on the other side of the counter.
Yeah. Jessica, big up to Jessica. Now, Jessica's one of the managers. What she operates a couple of the stores, or what does she do?
My daughter Jessica's actually became an owner operator. She's
right.
got she's an owner, and we're 50-50 partners, and she's the best partner that I could dream of having.
Do you and Jessica go around and you disguise yourselves and try to just go in and buy food and see how people are operating?
I haven't done that yet, but we go. Jessica's always in the restaurants, and I go in the restaurants. We have such tremendous admiration for our people. They are so wonderful. And when I'll say, "Well, let me sweep that over there," and they say, "No." So they have tremendous respect for us, as we have tremendous respect and love for them for what they do each and every day. And during COVID, they were there every day to serve our amazing customers.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do. We love you. And we're going to come out, maybe when you have one of the anniversaries, you're going to come out and visit you, okay? Now,
we will love that. We love that.
Now, we can find you on Instagram and Twitter at McDonald's.
I don't go on those social medias, but you can find my Twitter, Jessica.
Jessica has it all, right? Jessica does it all.
Jessica has it all. Yes, she does. She has it all.
I know. Listen, thank you so much. Celest Quintana, owner, operator, McDonald's. Big shout out to Jessica, too. We appreciate you and we love you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for bringing this amazing light to people so that they can educate themselves. And it's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, God bless you.
God bless you, too. All right, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank you, all guests, for joining us, you all viewers, for tuning in. Keep following us on BronxNet TV for continued coverage, and we want to thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. Join hosts Kevin Arlene, Darren Jaime, and Rihanna Valentin on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for all new episodes of Open. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. Choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. Remember, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you're right. And I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS of the Dr. Bob Lee. We love you all. Peace.